So we've got things to say, and we're exercising due care about how we go about saying them. Now it's time for us to engage with the media. Boo! Well, that's often the reaction you get in the church, or even the shady MSM, the mainstream media, with an agenda out to stop whoever we might be. I'd suggest that those two frames are really unhelpful for understanding who the media are and what they do. The media, and especially the mainstream media, are those people who are really good at satisfying our demand for a framework to explain and interpret the world. We want to know what's going on. We, in our money that we pay to the media for satisfying this, reward those who do it to our satisfaction and deprive that money from those who don't. The media is just an adaptive mechanism for us to find stuff out, and the people that it reveals are us. So if the media if the media is summed up by the Daily Mail sidebar of shame, then we are the ones on whom that shame falls, because that reflects where people are putting their money. That reflects where people are clicking links. That is, it seems, the human need. So let's not make it about us and them. Let's understand that the media does a job, and that when we understand how it works, we can also understand our fellow man and woman better. What we've learned about human nature through all sorts of scientific discovery, and actually partly through a lot of the information we find out now about how people act online, is that this idea of enlightenment man, or the kind of utility maximising Homo economicus, going round measuring the utility derived from things on an incredibly rationally basis, this is idolatry. This is a construct of a particular period in history that does not reflect how we are created at all. While we are rational, we are also deeply emotional. We are responsive to story. We are open to social power and the power of peers around us. We are receptive to metaphor. We learn in ways that aren't linear. We are experts at post hoc rationalization. So we make a decision at a very deep, kind of primeval level, and we then brilliantly rationalize it using our most developed parts of our brains. This is who we are. We are extremely complicated beings, and we need interpretations of the world that work for beings of that complexity. So let's not think that the media is somehow out to get us. It is there to interest other people. That is its job. And where we are interesting, the media will be interested in us. That is how they make their money. That is how they get their clicks. And I refuse to believe that the gospel has nothing to say about anything in this world. It has something to say about everything, even and especially what's contained in the sidebar of shame. What Jesus did brilliantly was that he had the most extraordinary insight into people's lives. In fact, of course, he told them things about themselves that he couldn't know, in inverted commas, but he did. We need to become people who are brilliant at insight, not who find the non-Christian world as a mystery to be unravelled, or such a mystery that you can't even engage with it at all, as almost a lost cause. We need to become experts in understanding what motivates and interests people, just as the mainstream media are experts at that. And using that insight and reaching into the culture in which we live, that is the way that we are going to find those hooks and those places where people who are lost because they don't have God in their lives, they are going to be receptive to hearing that gospel for the first time because they haven't heard it for so long, because their attention spans and their attention are elsewhere. So there's real hope in the mainstream media. Yes, it can seem like a dirty world, but it's in that dirt and in that mess that we can really stake our claim for the gospel.